Right on, it sure is. Well, welcome everyone to a very Christmassy, festive episode of Our Parents' Basement. Thanks for joining us on this kind of cold Thursday evening. It's kind of cold where I am. I think it's kind of cold where everyone else is. It's not freezing cold, even though it's the first day of winter. But yeah, it is another Thursday night, and we have a new topic to talk about, and I'm excited to be here. And I think these
Is
guys
this really
are
a new topic? Is it a
no
new topic? It's
new for
roughly 2,000
2017.
years
Never
old.
happened before.
New for 2017. How about that?
Okay.
Ish. New. Even that's kind of a stretch. 'Cause we did last week and the week before. We have stuff to talk about, so we'll leave it at that. Anyways, I am Philip. I'll be hosting for the evening, and with me are two people who just have to interject when they can. The first is Charles. Charles, how's it going this evening?
It's okay. It's not cold up here. It's only in the 40s, so it's
I mean,
comfortable.
that's cold.
Oh, psh.
I'm a freeze baby, so that is cold to me.
That's not Chicago cold. It's Chicago cold. Then
That's
you go
Chicago
outside
summer.
and the actual perspiration from your skin, it freezes to your face and it melts it off.
It's too cold when you can't light your grill. That's how you know it's cold in
It's
Chicago.
too cold for fire. That's Chicago cold.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here, Charles. Glad you're here. And we also got Turf. Turf, how's it going this evening?
I'm mouthy. I'm more mouthy than usual. Apparently, I'm chatty. I'm ready to go. Things are going well down here in the world of Arkansas. We're just here. It's like a nice 50 degrees, not too cold, kind of rainy, kind of gross, but things are good. Things are well, man. We're staring down the barrel of a wonderful holiday season, a week off of work because Daddy wanted to, and cool stuff. That's just
Oh,
Yeah,
and
I'm all about the weeks off from work. That is just what the doctor ordered, I'd say.
talking about the weather. Thoughts and prayers to people in Florida who are having a cold front where it's getting into the 60s.
Oh my.
the elderly will not survive.
No,
We need to just embrace this fact that many people in Miami are going to die from this cold front. They
Harold,
may.
I thought it was supposed to be summer down here.
Saul, give me another shot of Ruppelmintz. It really warms my bones.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Ruppelmints. Oh, my God.
So, we're out of Palmos.
Well, it is the Christmas season, and we are just going to talk all things Christmas on this episode of Our Parents' Basement. Guys, I got to ask you though, where has this year gone? It just seemed like 2017 flew by.
Seriously, it does not seem
Yeah.
like that long ago that
Yeah.
Charles and I were sitting here the last week of the year
Yeah.
bitching about how 2016 was stealing all the minor celebrities.
Yes.
It
that didn't
was-
happen this year.
Hey, like nobody died. It was like 2016. I got them
well,
all.
Watch your
well,
tongues.
well,
Mary
Don-
Tyler Moore
Don
passed
Rickles.
away, so
Don Rickles died, you know.
and him. Married to
Jimmy
the
Buffett.
MTM. I miss me some MTM. I love that Mary Tyler Moore show. She was good. She was good. Pioneer woman. But other than that, yeah, I'm not sure who else kicked the bucket. So there was that
Tony
one guy.
Danza.
Don Rickles,
Wait,
the
yeah,
great insult comedian.
New Don Rickles.
I'm making stuff up. Jimmy Buffett is still alive, as far as I know, and so is
I think
Tony
it's Tony
Danza.
Danza. I'm like,
I did say
Boston?
Tony Danza, but
John Denver.
he's full of shit, man. John Denver's been dead for like 20 years, 30 years.
Although I did country singer did just recently pass away. Well, must have not known him. But anyway, yeah. But 2017 it just flew on by. It's crazy. We once again had Louisville Arcade Expo. We did that. Most of us did. Retropalooza did that. I got to see Charles in Chicago. That was amazing. God, just so much stuff happened, and it just feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it really was.
And,
Isn't that
and
crazy?
the next Louisville is coming up really quickly.
It really is. It's going to be here before you know it.
It's going to be the first weekend in March.
Yeah, it's
So-
gonna be here before Thanksgiving comes around again.
We like this past year, man. Oh my gosh, we did Louisville. We've already got our hotel room for this year. There we
Oh, I
got
got to
two
book
rooms.
that still. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, you better, because Charles and I already have ours.
Hmm.
Oh,
For you.
so we're already signed up and ready to go for that.
on.
Last year, man, Louisville was a blast. It was just more pinball action. I know we talked about it quite a bit, and if y'all listen to this, y'all hear it quite a bit that how much we enjoy the Louisville Arcade Expo, March 3rd, 4th, and 5th, maybe 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, whatever the weekend is, the first weekend in March
on Bluegrass Parkway.
Bluegrass Parkway, the Ramada. Anyways, you hear about how much we enjoy it, but we talk about it so much because it's one of the 2 times of a year we get together. We get to actually be in the same room instead of across the different states chatting over the internet. So that's one thing that I really love is the times of year we get together, and we get a couple of those times this year.
Mm-hmm.
I said Louisville and Dallas for Retropalooza, and then you made it up there to see Charles. That was sweet. I wish I would get to do stuff like that, but
yeah. Where I found my copy of Burning Rangers with a great story to go with it. Great game, by the way. Great game.
You're like, shoes or a video game? Shoes or a video game?
That was a real tough call. I love shoes. I love
It
clothes.
didn't take you too long to decide that. You're like, I'm returning these shoes. It took you like
I returned shoes, shorts,
2 minutes.
Yeah, but and what I like about the things we do, like everything's kind of, I mean, it's all kind of video game related, but it's all different. I mean, at the Louisville Arcade Expo, we're there just to kind of be a kid again. You go to the arcade, don't have to worry about quarters. Just go in, play what you want for as long as you want. Play the new stuff, play the old stuff. Just hang out. Retropalooza is a little bit different because we're trying to promote the podcast a bit. We're trying to find a good deal. Maybe like sell something of ours, trade something of ours, that sort of thing. It's a different air, but no matter what, it's always a fun time. And I'm looking forward to doing all that stuff again in 2018.
That is one thing about Louisville that, like I said, really that's different from Retropalooza is we get to set aside everything. We just, Daddy gets his cup filled up, and then we go around and play some games. We played the console games. We found that weird Smash Brothers game with Optimus Prime in it.
Yeah, that
was awesome.
That was odd. Yeah,
there's not as many vendors, which is kind of a double-edged sword. If you one side of it, you're like, there's not many vendors, there's not much to buy. But then on the other side, you're like, well, screw it, I don't need to buy stuff. There's all this stuff here that's on free play, so we get to do that. That's excellent, man. It's like I said, kind of a double-edged sword on there's not as many vendors, but.
You know what? I don't go there just to buy things. When I last 2 years were kind of flukes. Like I found great stuff there. I was not expecting. I was expecting to go there and just, arcade it up. Play everything from Oregon Trail to the most modern pinball. But if a deal does come along, don't trust me. That's cute. I'll take that. But yeah, I'm looking forward just to, putting the adult side of life away and just enjoying being a kid again in the arcade halls. So.
It's a little bit of that feeling of, when you had a pocket full of quarters and you could play anything you wanted,
until your quarters ran out.
Well, yeah, except for this weekend, you're just waiting for the weekend to run out.
Exactly. That's what I love about
play everything you want. You stay up late at night and you play Crazy Taxi.
And you hope a machine doesn't get sold while you're there, so you can't play anymore.
That is true. There was a lot of machines get sold, and a handful of them, but the Baby Pac-Man got sold and got turned off.
Yeah. I got to play it a couple times, but Baby Pac that's a fun game.
All those games are fun.
Very different. So
yeah, I like different games. That's why another thing I like about going there is because it's just you always see stuff you just it's so outside your comfort zone, and pinballs with all this crazy engineering, and well, Turf, as an engineer, I'm sure you can appreciate all that stuff going on. So
other than Louisville, it's kind of just changed. I'm all over the place tonight. My mind's going.
Well, it's been a crazy year.
It has been a crazy year. What is one of the coolest things that y'all picked up this year? Just 2017. What's one of your favorite things you added to your collection?
Charles, what about you?
The start of a college education and completing a college degree.
That's worth more than any game.
It'll buy you a bunch of games.
Well, round 3 of college. We played that round three. It started back in 1998.
Oh, Charles. Nice. Well, that's as good a pickup as any, I would say. What about you, Turf?
Man, honestly, one of my favorite things that I got this year was not even expensive. It was just fun. I bought I bought a Cruising USA cabinet, so that was cool.
Yeah,
An
that's
arcade
cool.
cabinet out in the garage. But the Super Mario Brothers 2 that I ended up with from Retropalooza, it has a really cool story to go along with it. It actually bought it for an Apple. I traded somebody an Apple for a beat up copy of like Pro Wrestling or something, and traded up until I got to Super Mario Brothers 2. Then I just kind of lost interest.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna bring it with me when we go to Louisville and see if I can trade it up just a little bit more.
Nice. All right.
But that was probably my favorite thing that I got this year, right off the top of my head. Other than I got some really cool, I've got a bunch of Famicom games
Yeah.
that are really neat. So yeah, I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I'm trying to look around and see if there's anything that I got that was like, wow. Got some PAL games. That Shadow of the Ninja that I got, or Blue Shadow that I got last week when we opened our gifts from the Secret Santa, the VG Collect Secret Santa. That's a really cool one.
Those who don't know, VG Collect is a great website where you can catalog and categorize all your games and game accessories. That's vgcollect.com.
Sorry, I'm getting choked up. So if I'm talking and things just lock up, just keep moving.
No, you're good.
But I think the Super Mario Brothers 2 was probably the most fun thing that I got this year, just because it was a fun experience to try to do.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I like Burning. I mean, Burning Rangers is a kind of a rare gem, but also the story to go along with it is, I think, just as worth it as the game itself. I was with Charles when he was there, and before and after picking that game up, we were kind of exploring Chicago, and he was showing me some of his favorite stops, and I didn't feel like a tourist there. I felt like an actual Chicagoan. So that was just really cool, and I have a souvenir to commemorate the trip there.
Got to
So
ride
that's
the
probably
bus.
my favorite pickup. Yeah, I rode the bus.
The CTA bus.
That was that's something I never did before until now. So
was that your first time to Chicago, or was that
was my second time.
Second time.
First time I was in high school. I did the touristy thing, went to the museums, stayed downtown, with like the Hilton or something like that. This time it was true Chicago. Well, okay, we did do this boat tour thingy, which was kind of touristy, but it was interesting. So that was the only touristy thing we did.
I see that picture all the time.
Yeah, it's probably hanging on your fridge.
Yeah. Russell really likes that picture in Chicago.
Yeah.
You guys are going to move here now, aren't you?
You what?
You guys are going to move up here now, aren't you? Now?
Nah. Well, no, probably not. Too cold.
Please.
So, but yeah, and so then it's just been like kind of like turf. My thoughts are kind of scattered, just trying to think about what we all did this year. As a podcast, we had some really cool guests, that's for sure. We had Retro Eric on a couple of times. His lovely lady wife was on a few times as well, and she is fierce. I can't get enough of her. She needs to come on more often because she is
Mo's dandy. I love Mo. She's good people.
8-Bit Eric was on a couple of times. Once?
He was just on once this year.
It's not once, yeah. And he is so nice. He's like the coolest guy you'll ever meet. Just so laid back and so knowledgeable about gaming, and he's always brings a light to the show. And we had Shady J. Is that him?
Yep. Yeah. Jay on from the Game Chasers. That was another good time. We got to sit down at Retropalooza and interview a bunch of people. That was we had one show just chock full of, I mean, everybody. A lot of the YouTube retro game circle type folks. So that was a blast. We've had a lot of good guests on this year. We've had a lot of fun, man. Just a lot of 2017 was big for us. We hit some of our download goals, which were cool. The podcast's still growing, it's still trending upward, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I said, things are just still growing. Twitter numbers are going up. Trying to be a little bit more active on stuff. That's neat. That's fun. And I'm more people that come across this and share it with folks, and maybe somebody will like it. And like I always say, if y'all have half as much fun listening to it as we do making it, then it's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
And-
said, like, if we don't get one rosy red sun from this, I don't care because I'm having fun. Now, if we do get sponsored and get, paid in advertisements, that's cute. I'll take the money. But we are having a good time, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Talking games with your buddies. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
And it's nice that we're going across the world. We got people from Japan, Sweden, the UK,
For real?
Korea. Yeah.
Korea. Yeah,
Really? That's great. All right.
So Sweden surprised me the other day. I'm like, Sweden, really?
We're worldwide, son.
We are in an international embodiment.
We may not be internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone.
Is that a song lyric?
Yeah.
Do you rock
Yeah,
a mic
yeah.
like a vandal?
No, I do, but I wax a chump like a candle. But yeah, that's not. No, that's not the same song.
What
Anyways,
is happening?
you continue.
And next year, I think we're going to have a lot more guests on. I know that the Dreamcast guy said he wanted to come on. I know Ryder said he wanted to come on, and he is great. I think JDJ wants to come on again. 8-bit Eric will come on again.
We've got a list of people that possible guests, maybe guests, a lot of ideas for guests, people that said they they might want to sit down with us. Some people that are bigger names, more studios that I would guarantee are under they're waiting for a different time. Maybe when they're doing a promotion for a game, they were going to sit down with us. So there's a lot of big stuff happening next year, and I'm really excited about 2018. Until I have somebody set down, I don't want to drop any names until I have them actually confirmed and date and all that. But
yeah,
we've got a long list of people that have agreed to come on the podcast. So I'm ready. I'm so excited for what 2018 brings.
See, Trevor, I like that you are not afraid to reach out to anyone and say, "Hey, come on out, come on, join us, come on, join us." Like, I'm a little more guarded, I would like to say. Now, once they're in front of us, I won't shut up. But you're the one that takes that first step, and I appreciate that about you.
Well, you don't. They're people too. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. The worst thing that happened is they say no.
Say no.
I haven't had anybody eat me yet, so just ask, man. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to say yes when we start doing press for that game. We'd love to sit down with you. Okay.
Ooh, I like where this is going. I can't wait. So yeah, you got to tell us off air what that is. So,
okay. Well, I've told you it's just been a while. It's been a while ago.
Okay. Preview of coming attractions to your audience. So get ready for that.
See, like this year, I did the Arkansas Comic-Con and met a lot of cool people there.
Cool.
That was fun. Got to talk a little bit with the people from the 501st, Star Wars 501st, or the Diamond Garrison of the 501st. Which, if y'all don't know what the 501st is, that's the Star Wars, I guess, fan group that they do cosplay and things. They march in parades. The guys that are dressed up like stormtroopers marching in parades. That's the 501st. So there's
geez, the guest that Turf you're probably most excited about, Silver, the King's Quest folks.
Oh,
they were
was that this year or was that last year?
That was this year, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Phoenix Online Studios was my favorite. Phoenix Online Studios was. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry, Eric, and anybody else that might have sat down with us. That was my favorite. That was my favorite show of the year.
Amazing.
Because it was that was a project that I was trying to be involved in the inception. Yeah. Like when I was in college, I was trying to be part of that game, and then we got to have them. After they've released the first part of the game and all the chapter, the subsequent chapters to the game. It was really cool to have this people from the studio sit down with us and tell us about the story of how they came to be. If y'all, it's not our best work as a podcast, I don't think, because I think we've grown and gotten better over the last year at just our talking skills. But as far as guests go, that was the most fun, the most interesting episode that we've had for me. Yeah. And most of the time it's me hanging out with y'all, and when we have our other guests on, they're kind of like our buddies. We just talk to them, But I was a little bit fanboying on this one. I was like, because that was, like I said, something I really wanted to be part of. I followed since the absolute inception of, and then it's been done, and they're sitting right there in front of me just talking about the good old days when this thing first started, and it blew my mind. That was so cool. That was, I mean, maybe not like Miyamoto sitting in front of you telling you about how he came up with The Legend of Zelda, but it was.
But for you, because you had such a history with that franchise.
Absolutely. I loved it, man. I love that one.
And but it sounds like it sounds like both of them and the other folks in that studio, they just went they went through it. They had a lot of drama to put up with to get that project finished.
A quick recap. From the Phoenix Online Studios Phoenix Online Studios did a fan game for King's Quest. It was and it turns into being the Silver Lining, which is they got to make finally. But Sierra got bought out by Venvidi, and then Venvidi got bought out by EA. Is that right? Anyways, whenever one company would buy them out, they had one that would say, "Hey, okay, you can do it," and then the next one that bought them out was like, "No, we know you're 95% done with this game, but cease and desist." There you go. Just put that thing up.
The fan mail started pouring in, and they said, "No, we will boycott you, or you better let them finish it." All this praise and solidarity and all this goodness came from the fans to let this thing come to completion.
Yeah, that's about the best way I can say it. It was just the online community backed them until a big corporation said, "Yeah, go ahead and do it. It's not going to hurt anything."
Yeah. So
that was I can't remember what episode that is, but it was the people from Phoenix Online Studios.
Katie and I forget the guy's name. Rich. I'm bad. Thank you, Rich. Yes. So yeah, good folks. I'd love to have them on again. 41.
Episode 41 of Our Parents' Basement. Every podcast has a silver lining. Go ahead and check that one out. That was my favorite one of the year.
Nice. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm not sure what my favorite episode of the year is. We did so many. It was probably another one where we either got ready for a trip or just got back from a trip and we were recapping it. Those are always my favorite episodes. So
those are the ones right before a trip when we're telling what we hope to accomplish, what we hope happens. There's so much I guess hope and wonder, that you're looking forward to, things that you're looking forward to. So I enjoy doing those. I don't think they're as fun to listen to maybe as the and something a little bit more informative, but they're more fun to do, if that makes sense.
Oh, it definitely does. Yeah. And speaking of hope and wonder, I mean, 'tis the season of hope and wonder. It is Christmas. I got to ask everyone real quick. What are you guys doing for Christmas this year?
Let's see. Christmas Eve, go to Jenny's aunt and uncle's place, or great aunt, great uncle, for a Christmas Eve dinner at. Then Christmas Day, we go to another aunt and uncle's place of hers for Christmas brunch.
Cute.
Then I got Christmas dinner with my parents.
All right.
So it's a lot of eating.
Well, that's what
just something I could do.
One thing I learned when I was visiting you guys in Chicago was that you Chicago folk know how to eat, and you eat well. That's the thing I like about there's never an absence of good food
on a plate.
It's everywhere. Yeah. So, well, that sounds like a great time. What about you, Turf? What do you got going on?
Let's see. I made a deal. I say made a deal. I made a proclamation, a statement, the law, maybe, that December 25th, I don't go anywhere. And there's a little bit of a story to this. When I was a kid,
all right,
I had to go. My mom we'd spend Christmas on the road. We might wake up at my aunt's house. We might wake up at our house. My dad's a captain on a towboat. So he's my whole life. He's been at work for a month at a time, and then he's home for either 2 weeks or a month, and then he's gone for another month. Well, so he was, more than half the time wasn't there for Christmas. So we just adjusted, and we might have Christmas on, December 15th, all the way. One year we had it the first week of February. It's just the way things fall. And so the December 25th doesn't mean that much to me, I guess. It's not as magical as it is some people. It's just when everybody gets together, it's Christmas. But whenever I got to be older and I had a child of my own, I said, law, I'm not going anywhere December 25th. You want to see me? Everyone is welcome. Y'all just swing on by. But I don't go anywhere. So I had my feel of being on the road. Because like I said, we would be at my aunt's, or we'd have to go to my grandma's, have to go to the other grandma's, and then we might make it home. So I never really got to play with my toys that I got for Christmas. I would, because I just
cool.
pack them up and go to the next grandma's house, and then you get to play with them the next day. But so whenever I got to be older and I had a kid of my own, I said, y'all can come see me. We're not going anywhere. He's going to play with his toys on Christmas.
I'm playing with my toys.
And I want to play with my toys on Christmas.
Yeah.
But so that's if anybody wants to find me, I'm easy to find. I'm right at my house. Now, I will preface this with I might, and I probably will, walk across the street because my lovely lady lives across the street from me. So we'll walk over there and we'll have Christmas with her, but that's still home. I like to think of it as we have a really big house with a 300-foot breezeway. So,
it's a 300-foot lanai.
Right.
Use your engineering skills, tunnel underneath the street, and just go.
No, we can just walk. We could walk across the street. It's a dead end in a neighborhood, so there's no traffic. Like my son has
I love
a
your
basketball
ambition,
goal.
but I mean, it's a quick walk. So.
Yeah, I appreciate what you got going on, but it's not Chicago traffic, my man. This is not in Chicago. We're in the back in a neighborhood in rural Arkansas. All we got to do is walk across the street.
Yeah,
because my street gets busy. Because it goes straight onto the Kennedy Expressway.
We had one Christmas dinner already with Angie's family.
Okay.
But we're going to have a redo of that because I think everybody that was there is going to come back on Christmas Day. And they decided, you know what, this wasn't Christmassy enough. We need to do the real deal. So they're going to come in Christmas, maybe Saturday and stay Sunday and leave Monday morning to go back.
Oh, you're having people stay for a while. Well, not a while, but overnight.
We have two houses, so we've got plenty of room.
That's true.
So
you really do, yeah. Man, that's a great arrangement.
It really is. Well. It works out. I would like to be under one roof. Have a permanent thing under one roof, and then maybe keep one house for fun.
That
does not make economic sense.
One house for your arcade games. Shh.
One house for the arcade games. I've got those all in my garage. So.
Your garage. I knew that.
I really need to do like a game room / garage, what I call my white trash garage. And I say that in the most loving way possible because the Whiskey Tango of the world are my people. I come from a long line of poor folks. So, but when I say that, I'm saying people that can't afford like an extra room, they just kind of go, hey, made my man cave, which I hate the word man cave because the house is the man's too. It's just called his room. This is my spot. She can have her spot and her crafts or whatever else. She can have the rest of the house. But I get my spot, and I don't like to call it a man cave. But anyways, people say, I got my man cave, and it's really just the garage. So I've got my white trash garage in my own house that I've got my tube TV and got the nice green indoor-outdoor carpet. I've got some of that out there with a couch and it's really nice. Hey, I'm going to interrupt that thought. We are being joined by the Not So Southern Gentlemen, another podcast. They've graced us in the chat saying what's up. So how y'all doing? Say what's up.
How y'all doing?
What's up, guys?
The Not So Southern Gentlemen.
If you just remind me of something, this might be a Southern thing, so maybe you can help me out. Does Angie have a wrapping room? By which I mean she has a room just dedicated to wrapping presents.
No, she's got a bedroom floor.
Okay, I never heard of this till I got to the South.
Wait, there's a wrapping room? There's a wrapping room?
Talk about my wrapping room, and I'm like, huh? Yeah, where I wrap my gifts and my presents for Christmas, and I'm like,
people come over and we have battles.
That's what I thought.
Like 8 Mile.
Yeah, I thought, but no, it's a room dedicated to it. It's nothing but paper, bows, ribbon, tags. That's where you wrap your presents. You don't wrap your presents anywhere else except the wrapping room. I'm like, this is the thing, huh? So maybe it's not a Southern thing. Maybe it's just a thing. No. Who knows?
I don't know. That's all right. Real talk. I've got my white trash garage. If somebody has a wrapping room, they're a little bougie. They're a little uppity. If you've got an extra room
nonsense.
that you can dedicate to just wrapping presents, either you give a shitload of presents or you have too many rooms in your house. It's one or the other. So
I know here in Chicago, a lot of places they've got a fridge in the basement that's dedicated for beer.
oh yeah.
Well,
We put
that-
those
It's either in the garage or it's in the
sense.
basement.
No, that's not Chicago. That's an entire
That's-
world thing.
That's just common sense.
That's
That's good
America.
manners.
Good manners.
Sometimes there's like 2 fridges for beer here.
That's just the proper way to do things.
Miss Manners taught me well. So.
Have your beer fridge.
Bad news, sad news. I sold my beer fridge accidentally.
How do you do that accidentally?
Accidentally?
How the fuck do you accidentally sell a fridge?
Hold on. Somebody that I knew
Mm.
knew somebody that was in need of their refrigerator had gone out and they really couldn't afford a new one. So I was like, I've got one. And so I was going to give it away, but I was told I couldn't give it away. So it took a little bit of money for it. So yeah, I lost my beer fridge, but
That's not accidentally. That's just being a good friend.
well, it was
Yeah.
being neighborly and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I pretty much gave it away. But anyways, I don't have a. Let me tell you, my parents will never see this, so I'm gonna gripe a little bit. You know, they
Go
have
ahead.
like Facebook yard sale groups. Okay,
Oh,
I had
no.
a spare. When I bought this house, it had a fridge in it. And so I've got my old fridge that I had in storage moved out to my garage. And this is not counting my beer fridge. This is another, like a good refrigerator. You know, the beer fridge is always like just the little tin box that keeps stuff cold and that's it. It doesn't look good and you wouldn't put it in your living room or your living room. Who puts a fridge in their living room? Where am I?
Again, good manners if you want a lot of beer.
That's just good manners. So I've got my good fridge out there and I put it on the old Face World yard sale because I'm going to sell it. And it's not, I've, got some offers on it. I'm going to sell this thing for $600 or whatever, get a decent price and folks are going to get it out there. So, but my dad calls me, he says, "Hey, you still got that fridge or have you sold it?" I said, "Well, I still got it." He said, "I really need one of those." He needs it in his basement. Of course, my dad, God love him. It's not a beer fridge. It's I bought meat in bulk and I need a freezer fridge.
Naturally.
So he puts it in. Well, my dad, God love him. He buys like entire ribeyes and he'll cut them himself because it's cheaper that way. I don't know who buys ribeyes that much or eats that much steak and needs to save money. I haven't figured that out, but he's trying to get a few pennies off by buying the whole thing. So he'll vacuum seal his own meat and put it in this freezer in the basement. But anyways, he's like, "Your sister got that other one out of there. She needed it. You want that, or you still have that one?" I said, "Yeah, I'll bring it to you." So after I've had a couple offers of $500 or $600, whatever I had on that fridge, my dad told me he wanted it. So now I'm out $500 or $600 in a fridge. So you're kind of obligated because, well, they gave you life. So yes, Dad, you can have the fridge. But
I gave birth to you.
So
I've gone from 3 fridges down to 1 in just a little bit.
So you guys use a little small fridge as your beer fridge?
A little smaller than
No.
the living room or the living room. Why do I want in the living room? I did it again. It's smaller than the kitchen fridge, but it's definitely not as nice. It's the one that's like a 1978 Hot Point.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Interesting.
think most places that we actually have second, full size refrigerator freezers just for beer and and alcohol goes in the freezer. So it's our second full size fridge. We don't mess around here.
Yep, ours are always they'll be like the little what do they call them?
The dorm fridges.
70-30. Isn't that what that like the old school one have like the little freezer on top, and it's not the cool side by sides like most people have in their house, or even the one with the freezer at the bottom with the drawer. It's just like like your mom had in 1986. That's what the beer fridge always is.
We actually got a new fridge courtesy of my better half's mother, so thank you for that. And
Merry Christmas.
Now you got a beer fridge.
Now we have a beer fridge, and it's actually our old fridge, which is a full-size fridge. So, well, lots of beers going in there, and I'm very pleased about it.
Some nice IPAs.
IPAs, non-IPA, sweet stuff, ciders, lagers, stouts. I don't care what it is. It's going in that fridge, and I am very excited about it. So,
Maybe a nice champagne.
IPAs?
Champagne's already in there. Thank you.
Turf
I'm surprised I
accidentally,
haven't drank yet because I love champagne. I love that stuff. So,
Turf,
yeah,
I say Turf accidentally had an IPA this year.
didn't like it.
After I was
I don't like IPAs. I bought some and took them to where did I get an IPA? Hold on. I tried. That wasn't this year when I
we left it in your truck.
It was from Louisville.
Yeah,
That's where I got those
it
IPAs.
was the
'Cause they were Phillips, and I ended up drinking them.
it was a Revolution.
Well, hey, can't let it go to waste. We at OPB are not alcoholics, by the way. We just love our drinkies. So, as Charles clutches his whiskey, lovingly.
Well, this year at Louisville, we'll go ahead and let you we'll put it in a paper bag and you just carry the champagne around like a wino.
Man, now I'm too bougie to be a wino. Champagne in my rock paper bag.
All right, true story. True story.
Dog.
All right, have you been to Las Vegas?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying when I say Fremont Street, you know what I'm talking about, right? The
No.
old school Las Vegas with the
old
neon
Vegas.
lights.
Yeah.
So I'm down there, and they've got a bunch of outdoor entertainment. A lot of there was an Alice Cooper impersonator / cover band, something tribute band, maybe. I don't know what it was. A dude dressed up like Alice Cooper singing Alice Cooper songs that was not Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was up on stage, and they have other dudes doing the same type of stuff, and I'm like, man, this is cool. Fremont Street rules because it's just delightfully white trash. Once again, I have a deep heritage of whiskey tango. So we're walking around, we slip into a casino, and it's like $6 for a drink. And I slip into one of these. They have like a little drugstore down there, like a little cash and go type thing. Got snacks and souvenirs. And I walk past the cooler, and there's a bottle of champagne. I was like, huh, can I? So I'm looking around. People are walking around with cups. I'm like, wonder if anybody's going to tell me not to drink champagne. So Daddy goes over, grabs a bottle of Corbel Brut, which is
classy.
I don't know. How do you say that? BRUT? Is it? I don't know. It's probably French.
Is that BRU with the two umlauts
Yes.
over it? Yeah, I think it's root, like long
Brut.
U.
Brut. I get a Corbel Brut, and so I'm walking up and down Fremont Street, just enjoying a Brut right out of the bottle in a brown paper bag. People are walking by me going, that's a really good idea. I'm like, yeah, it is. That's old school. I'm just drinking out of the bottle. So then from that moment forth, champagne has been known as old school to me and my small circle of friends.
Well, hey, as long as it's being consumed, then I don't care what you call it. It's delicious.
Well, I'll tell you how that started. I was going to get a taxi. I'd gotten a bottle I was staying at the Hard Rock, and there's a CVS right behind the Hard Rock. So we didn't think, Arkansas rules, you can't take a bottle in a cab. We were taking, a cab down to Fremont Street.
Right.
So we poured in a liter water bottle. I'm like, yeah, this is old school. We're sneaking it in. And then from then the champagne was dubbed old school.
Okay. We got you.
Sorry, that was a long, pointless story about old school.
Nah, this is OPB. This is what we do when we're not talking about games. We're talking about stories like campaign, brute.
Man, yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about Christmas. And I don't. We got to talk about beer fridges, and Lord knows what just happened.
Beer fridges.
That's a year in review of OPB. We go off topic.
There you go. That's kind of the story right there. So
that's right.
Philip,
so the lamb cake.
Christmas back right back in here. So Philip, Christmas. You got any big Christmas plans?
No, for the first time, nothing. It's going to be a staycation, like in every sense. Last year was a cruise. The year before, I went to Ohio, my home state, and every year I've always done something. So this year is just going to be me and the other half, along with his mom, a couple of friends from work, and one of my friends. It's going to be a friend's Christmas. It's going to be so
nice.
Low key, and lots of food will be consumed, and which I'm excited about. Lots of beverage will be enjoyed, and I have no complaints about that. I'm actually looking forward to doing nothing. Now we'll still have gifts to unwrap because 'tis the season, but other than that, it's going to be easy and painless.
All right, guys,
As it should be.
I'm going to pretend to take credit for this, but it's actually There's a gentleman in the chat asking, what's your most memorable Christmas? Like, you go back to when you were a kid. What's something that really, let's make them happy. Don't, like, if your dad came out and beat you with a rubber hose, I don't want to hear about that. But a fun Christmas.
That's not very festive.
No, that's not festive at all. Except for the hose was green and I was red.
Good Lord. Focus. Oh yeah, the one that sticks out in my mind. I mean, it's tied for two. It's always that Christmas when you get a new console as a gift. One year, I'll keep them brief. One year we got a Super Nintendo for Christmas. My game was Mega Man X. My brother's game was Samurai Showdown. A couple of years later, we got a Sony PlayStation for Christmas. My game was Breath of Fire 3. His game was Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, those are the two ones that stick in my mind. So,
what about you, Charles?
I think mine would have been this awesome Nintendo Christmas thing. I got this Nintendo Power sweatshirt, a red Nintendo hat, and I got 2 awesome games. I got Star Voyager and Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom for NES. I got a picture of it somewhere.
Was it the engine one or the?
That was the Mindscape one.
The Mindscape one, okay.
Star what?
Star Voyager.
Star Voyager.
Is that any good? That sounds like a fun.
It's horrible.
Oh. What about Indiana Jones? Is that any good?
It's decent.
It's not the best game on the system, but it's not the worst either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Star Voyager is definitely worse by a long shot.
What about you, Turf? What about you?
All right. And I'm not even exaggerating. I'm going to paint you a picture. The year is 1987. It's December 25th.
Obviously.
I wake up. A young Turf wakes up and rubs the sleep from his eyes.
Oh, I didn't know we were getting poetic. Shit, I would have.
I didn't either. This is just go with it, man. He wipes the sleep from his eyes and refers to himself in the third person one more time.
He's omnipotent.
He wakes up and realizes, oh no, it's Christmas morning. Santa Claus must have come. So he scurries out of bed to turn the corner to see underneath the Christmas tree. Sure enough, gifts have been brought. Gifts have been given. That jolly Saint Nick has brought festivity and joy right into our hearts. I look under the tree and I have a scooter, which that was a thing like in the late 80s. It was
definitely.
The two-wheel had like the wheels like this big, and it was like a skateboard from hell, except for it had 2 wheels. It was like a skateboard and a bicycle had a baby. That's kind of the best way to describe it, because it wasn't like these razor scooters that the children's have these days. It was an off-road scooter. But there was that, and there was the NES Deluxe set. The NES, Rob, the glorious robotic operating buddy, the Zapper, Duck Hunt, and Gyromite, all packaged together. And then sitting on top of that, there was Super Mario Brothers and Hogan's Alley. So that was my most memorable Christmas gift, I guess. My most memorable thing that I got for Christmas. There was another Christmas that I had the flu, or not the flu,
like bug.
That's another one that's I remember very well, because it was one of those that we didn't get to stay at home. We stayed at my aunt's, and I got deathly ill. Not like actually gonna die, but it was like I was like 12 years old, and you're like making deals with God. Like, I swear I won't say any more dirty words. Just don't let me die. And get me, a Super Nintendo game. But it was bad. But that, the 1987, that's the one that sticks out. That was fantastic.
You remember the year too. That's impressive.
The reason I remember that is because that was the year I got my NES. That's the year that started this unhealthy addiction.
Started all this.
It started this room and that garage and wherever else it's overflowed to. That was really the beginning of my love for Nintendo and stuff. So 1987, man, I've got the picture on my computer of what Santa Claus had staged.
Have your parents ever regretted giving you guys video games, like, you'll get addicted, it's bad for the brain, or you play too many video games at all, or just mine?
I don't think so, because I I like to pretend that I'm well adjusted and healthy. I may not be. I'm probably the nuttiest one out of this bunch, but really, I think they were okay with it. Maybe they never really said it. I mean, of course, you had to quit playing that and go outside. That happened.
Yeah, I hate that one.
But
And do what, Mom? Exactly. Do what? Shoot hoops? I'm short. So no. Play soccer? No, soccer season's not here yet. Ugh. But I'm not bitter. I love you, Mom. So, what about you, Charles?
I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah, I've never really had
Here's
any
something I
issues.
thought of because, like, when Turp said it started all this, I'm like, yeah, when I got my first console, it started all this too. And then, like, you know, it started all this, but my parents didn't want me to enjoy all this because, I don't know. Long story. But anyways, back to Christmas and the Christmas.
I never did really have anything like that, man.
Well,
I
good.
think they always kind of let me do whatever, not because but I just didn't overindulge. I did go outside and play. I played basketball a lot, so it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm
like recreational sport, like a sports club, or
no, just outside.
Okay.
When I
That's
was
cool.
little,
That's cool.
we lived in the neighborhood, and kid 2 doors down was about my age, and we played baseball and basketball a lot. And the other side of me, there was another kid that we played football a lot. So I mean, we did a lot of stuff outside, and we shot guns, like pretend guns, and things like that. So I mean, it was
Did all that too, but when it was time to go outside and like play like actual sports, I mean, I was not athletic at all growing up, so I was always picked last. I'll admit it, and I'm cool with it now.
After years of
Never
therapy,
doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, and all that jazz. But I would much rather have been in my safe haven. But I guess it's good in some ways that I got kicked outside to experience life beyond the television screen and a game controller.
Man, I really wish I knew what I did with that the picture. I was trying to find it. Picture of that Christmas. I have it somewhere on this computer, but I can't pinpoint it right now. So we're just gonna leave it that and keep going.
Well, more importantly, speaking of kids and Christmas, how excited is your little one for the Christmas season?
I tell you what, I don't know. He's hard to gauge. This child, he's hard to put your finger on. Some days he's really excited, and then some days this year he doesn't want anything, which is weird. When I was a kid, I could have written you a list a mile long, but he's like, I really don't know, maybe like Mario Odyssey. And then every now and then he'll drop something like, I want a new bike. That's like his thing has been on for the last little bit. But that didn't come up till late. And I mean, that was Thanksgiving by the time he told me he wanted a bicycle. So
hey, he's easy to buy for. Then that's perfect.
He really is. And then he made everybody like, okay, this is what you're going to get me. This is what I want you to get me. This is what I want you to get for like me, my mom, Angie, let's see, my dad, my brother, my sister. He said, all right, this is what you need to get. This is what you need to get. This is what and it's weird. The child's weird. But
chip off the old block or his own person? We'll never know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably part of me. I'm not gonna lie. He's very organized. He makes lists. What 8-year-old makes lists?
Hey, that's good.
Did you make lists as an 8-year-old?
Do what?
Did you make lists as an 8-year-old yourself?
Probably. I did weird stuff, man. Like I hoarded up all my candy and like got a big tub of candy and never would eat it, and then it would rot in my closet. But I was so like I was cheap with candy when I was his age. It was weird. I was a weird kid. But yeah, he's got a handful of things, and he comes up with stuff every now and then. Like he wants Pokken Tournament, and he wants Mario Odyssey, and he wants. There was another one. Oh, Splatoon 2.
Okay.
So there's a handful of things that he's wanting, but and that's kind of maybe that's good that he doesn't just dream up wanting a whole lot of stuff. But at the same time, it's pretty bare under the tree. You get the kid everything he wants, and it's still everything he asks for. It's still bare. So it's not going to make for any good pictures, but I guess good on him, man. If he's pretty content, and he doesn't need a whole lot of stuff.
Charles, are you and Jenny doing a gift exchange at all? Or are you guys deciding just to focus on buying school stuff and
Jenny,
calling it a day?
Are we doing a gift exchange this year for Christmas?
You and me?
Yeah.
With whose money?
So,
Oh, that says it all. With whose money? With whose money? All right. Well, you already got some great gifts from myself and from Turf. Am I right?
yep.
The Amazon fairies.
It wasn't the Amazon fairies.
No.
Yes,
I
thank
thought
you,
the
guys.
UPS guy just like me.
Yeah.
It's like I go, I'm like, why did I get a box from Amazon? What the hell happened here? What did I accidentally order?
God bless us, everyone.
So I crack it up and like, a gift for me? What is this?
I got another Christmas question for both of you. What is
Yes.
your favorite Christmas carol? I've always this always fascinates me for some reason because I'm weird.
Christmas carol or Christmas song in general?
Is there a difference?
Song,
Yeah.
Christmas song.
I guess song then.
Jesus.
It probably has something to do with Jesus. You're right.
Oi to the world
Oh,
Oi to the world.
by it's a punk song by who did it originally? No Doubt did a cover of it.
oh, that's funny. Oi to the I just why
Oi
am I not
Gavolt.
surprised?
The Vandals.
Oi Gavolt. Okay. What about you, Turf?
All right. I'm dreaming of a white woman
Oh.
with red hair standing 5'3".
She's standing right there.
No, she's not. She's
Okay.
but just in case she's listening, I just got some points.
Someone's getting a Christmas, on Christmas night. Someone's coming down your chimney, Turf. Giggity. All right.
Hey,
I have to say mine is probably I want a hippopotamus for Christmas because it is the most ridiculous, campy, weird song I've ever heard. But
it really is. But it's fun. It's just fun.
it's fun. It's fun. And because he's in the other room, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. So that's up there as well.
All I want for Christmas is you.
We
Wow,
need
Charles,
to
you
do
just
just
sound
one
just
show to sing along. We need to do just caroling with idiots.
Yeah, this is in our chat. This is a song I was talking to.
We
Cool.
You can listen to it later.
when we went to Disney a few weeks ago. I guess it's been 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, 3 weeks ago, we were down there. That at Hollywood Studios, they had it all lined up and all decorated for Christmas on the streets of Hollywood. Anyways, I heard that song one time. I heard it 50. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Only a hippopotamus will do.
It was really cool. I mean, of course, I like Christmas and I like the vibe, and that one kind of embodies just like the ridiculousness that is kids.
Mhm.
And I say that with love. It's not like a mean ridiculous, but yeah, it kind
He
of
does
just
a really
embodies.
good version of that song. Who you not expect to do one because she's so she seems so above it. Leanne Rimes, the country singer. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but her voice is powerful, and that's one of her favorite Christmas carols, and she sang it, and we were all like, wow, she turned that song into like a country hit. So that was cool. So another rendition of it, but yeah,
Leanne
I like learning about
Rimes.
everyone's favorite Christmas
Wow.
songs. It's fun for me. What was that, Charles?
Leanne Rimes, name I haven't heard from in a long time.
Yeah, the bitch can sing.
She has
So
really big nostrils.
shit. See, I thought this. If she's listening, I apologize. And girl, we gotta talk about what you were wearing on that concert night. You looked like a piece of tinsel. It was like a silver colored It was a silver jumpsuit, and she's a pretty chick. She So
Silver jumpsuits aren't for everyone.
yes.
Well, there's
Even
only
if
one.
you're-
There's
even
only
if
one
you're
man
Leanne
there
Rimes.
who could do it. Philip, you
So-
could rock the silver jumpsuit, can't you?
What was that?
You could rock the silver jumpsuit.
Oh, Charles, you say the nicest things. I think that is a good way to end this program on a compliment. I love it. So I am going to say we are near the hour mark. It has been a lovely episode as usual. I had so much fun. Once again, as usual, I tell you what, guys, these hours just fly on by. When we get to talking about games or anything else, where does the time go? I tell you what. But Turf, I'm gonna hand the floor to you so you can tell us what you tell us at the end of every episode.
I'll tell you what, if y'all enjoyed this episode of Our Parents' Basement, you can look right over there, and there 81 plus. There's like some bonus episodes, but there's 81 numbered episodes of this on YouTube. You can check those out, comment, like, subscribe, so you don't ever miss one. But the real awesomeness of this podcast is you can put it on your mobile device and take it with you. We're on Stitcher or iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Tuned In, and now we're on Spotify. So anywhere you want to try to listen to us, you don't have any excuses not to. Just put us on your phone and take us with you. Plug us into the car. We can go on a road trip. You could drive coast to coast and back. Maybe that's not true, but it's close. There's a lot of hours of us. So download it. If you want to hit us up, if you want to interact with us, we love to hear from y'all at OPB Podcast on Twitter. That's Our Parents Basement Podcast, a little abbreviation. There's you can Facebook.com/OPB Podcast, at OPB Podcast on the Instagram. So y'all hit us up. Just a little heads up. I don't think we're doing a show next week, are we?
I will not be in town, but you guys can.
We'll just say that we're probably going to skip next week. So
right.
This is going to be the end of it. This is 2017 right here. We'll see y'all in the new year. Thank y'all so much for 2017. Without the people that listen to this, the several folks that are enjoying this and hit us up and talk to us and just let us, just the encouragement that we get. Thank y'all so much. I hope 2017 was great to you. Be glad when it's put to bed and we can do 2018 bigger, better, brighter, and faster.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I said better myself.
Very Daft Punky.
There you go. There you go. Everyone have a great Christmas.
Yes.
Happy Hanukkah. Crazy Kwanzaa. If I missed a holiday, I apologize. So with that, and Happy New Year as well, because we won't be back till the next year. So yeah, have a great night. Have a great holiday. Have a great rest of the year. And we will see you pretty soon. Until then.
There's some deuces for you.
See ya.